Next on Paranormal, caught on camera. Investigators in California capture a dark presence.
What?
It just looked like there was absolutely somebody in that room.
In an empty house.
Not only could you see the curtain move, but you could almost see as if somebody had moved it with their hands. So that was pretty shocking.
A fast-moving UFO infiltrates an air show in Miami.
What's really awesome about it is the plane is in slow motion, so you can see the difference in speed.
A couple security camera in Minnesota captures a ghost, invisible to the naked eye.
It's scary sitting there wondering what's going past you that you can't see, that you can't make sense of.
And even more paranormal footage you have to see to believe.
What the what the
Encountering a ghost in one's home is, for most people, terrifying. And that terror raises exponentially when there's a child involved. Because while many young children are generally free from the fear that adults can feel in these situations, that total acceptance of the otherworldly also makes them more vulnerable to spirits that might be malevolent. Just ask one mother in Minnesota who witnessed an unsettling presence in her daughter's room and was unable to do anything but hope for the best.
Is there a cat in here? No.
May 2023, in Mankato, Minnesota. Marquette Hubin gets an odd feeling after putting her young daughter to bed. So she checks the baby monitor app on her phone, just to be sure, and notices something that freaks her out. It's a translucent figure moving to the left of her daughter's bed. And while at first, Marquette thinks it could be one of her 3 cats, the figure's translucent appearance and her daughter's behavior leading up to bedtime give her pause.
My name is Marquette, and this is my video. She was just not acting like herself that night. She wanted to sleep with me. Usually she likes her room, but she was fighting sleep and not wanting to go in there. I had a bad feeling. And so when I checked the baby monitor and I saw a shadowy figure run across the room, and I didn't know what it was, and I freaked out. I felt scared. I felt shocked. I wasn't certain about what I saw.
So Marquette goes to her daughter's bedroom to check on her.
Is there a cat in here? Is there a cat in here? No.
So, if not a cat, then what exactly did Marquette see?
This is not one of those instances where you have to squint to see the form. You can pretty obviously make out what kind of looks like a cat manifesting in this bedroom.
This was incredible. You see clear outline features of a cat seemingly coming out of the wall into the room by the crib. And you can make out the features, the eyes, the face for a split second. You can see the tail.
But just because it looks like a cat doesn't mean it isn't actually something much more frightening.
Are you okay?
Scary. Huh? Scary. You scary? Huh? Why? It's a monster.
She was telling me for months she was seeing a young girl, and that she called her a monster. At first I thought, you know, it's her imagination and all that. But then the figure appearing happened, and then that made me think other things are going on that I didn't think were possible.
The monster in the window and that sort of inherent now I'm scared feeling from the little girl, I think those are telling parts of the experience.
Scary. Huh? Scary. You scary? Huh?
I think that clearly she's seen something that creeped her out.
And if so, perhaps Marquette's fear of something more harmful is not unfounded.
There might be something a little more happening here. Demonic spirits can really transform into anything they want. Is it possible that this demonic spirit was transforming into this cat to get this little child's attention?
Malevolent spirits can take on many forms, and it's forms of things that are comfortable to you. Like they say, the devil comes not in something that's frightening or scary, it comes in something that makes you feel comfortable.
Or is it possible that the potential dark energy in the room and the feline-like apparition aren't one and the same, but rather two entities at odds?
While I totally get that this mom is freaked out because she saw what looks like a ghost cat in her kid's room, that might actually be a good thing. Because for millennia, cats have been associated with protectors against evil. So maybe she should instead welcome this phantasmic feline.
But Marquette ends up moving out before the situation ramps up anymore. And while she hasn't picked up anything else on her daughter's baby monitor, she is keeping a watchful eye out for anything out of the ordinary.
I don't know what happened or what we were dealing with or anything like that. If something's still going on, possibly, then I would like to try and have a handle on that and know what to do. You know, I don't want anything to happen to my daughter, and if something did, that's like the scariest thing in the world.
Coming up, an air show in Miami is infiltrated by a UFO. The Bermuda Triangle, also known as the Devil's Triangle, is a region in the Atlantic Ocean defined by the points of Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, where throughout history, ships, planes, and people have disappeared under mysterious circumstances. And though theories range from weather patterns to pirates to even time vortexes, one hypothesis seems to be mentioned more than most: the presence of UFOs. And one man in Miami may have recently captured yet another piece of evidence that points in that direction. May 28, 2022, Miami Beach, Florida. David Sugarman is at the Miami Beach Air and Sea Show, recording jets as they fly by. Later that day, when David reviews his footage at home, he spots something in one of the videos he shot in slow motion that blows his mind. Watch very closely. Did you see it? Watch again. As a shiny object seems to shoot upward from the water, directly in front of a jet. And its rate of speed, even at a fraction of the normal playback rate, is impossibly fast.
My name is David Sugarman, and this is my video. When I saw the video, I couldn't believe it. As a kid, I went to space camp. I was always very engaged in NASA and UFOs and UAPs. I would read books about it as a kid. So I was shocked when I saw it. It's going super fast, and what's really awesome about it is the plane is in slow motion, so you can see the difference in speed.
And when David posts his incredible video to the internet, he receives thousands of messages, including one from the Mutual UFO Network, a group that studies UFO sightings.
So MUFON wanted me to submit the metadata from my phone. They interviewed me. I had sent it to them, and then they came back and could not determine what it was in the case file.
But it has to be something. So, what is it?
Two things about this video seem pretty certain. Number one, it looks as if the object is coming from the area around the water. And number two, it's moving really quite fast across the screen. It seems to shimmer or flash. So is that kind of the result of a bird and its beating wings of different colored feathers? Or is it the reflection of a metallic surface?
The trajectory of this speedy object is not that of a bird taking off from the water. It's shooting almost straight up. And it's way too fast to be a living creature. I don't know where it's coming from or where it's going, but whatever it is, if it's a craft, it seems to be a very small one.
I don't even think we have man-made technology that can move in the manner in which that object was moving. It definitely looked otherworldly, very technologically advanced.
And given the specific location where David filmed this UFO, in Miami, the fact that it might be otherworldly isn't too far-fetched for a number of reasons.
There's definitely been reports of UFOs off the Gulf Coast and Florida and certain regions that seem to indicate that there may be some sort of an underwater base, because people are seeing a lot of this UFO activity time and time again, year after year, at specific locations.
And let's not forget where Miami is located on the map, right? Miami is one point of the Bermuda Triangle. So a lot of these strange things that are happening would be happening off the coast of Miami. I mean, people have been seeing all sorts of strange crafts in the skies. Airplanes have gone completely missing, including watercrafts and boats and things of that nature.
Certainly intriguing. But for David, whether another piece of evidence in the mystery of the Bermuda Triangle or something else entirely, the experience has only strengthened his interest and belief in the possibility of worlds beyond our own.
I feel that this experience, it confirmed what I always thought. I always thought that there were other lives out there, other worlds out there, and seeing this just proved to me that maybe there is something. Maybe there is something.
Coming up, an apparition materializes in front of a Minnesota home. There are many who believe that at any given moment, we are surrounded by any number of entities from beyond. And while perhaps mercifully, our human eyes are most often unable to detect these things, there are some animals and some cameras that are much more sensitive. Look no further Then one striking example in Minnesota, where a person, a dog, and a camera all sensed the same paranormal moment. But only 2 of the 3 saw this. November 1st, 2022. Pierce, Minnesota. Corey and Alice Fletcher are watching a horror movie at home when their dog Diva starts barking at something outside. But when Corey looks out the window and Alice peeks out the front door, seen here on their home security camera, they don't see anything. But just to be safe, they check the security camera footage and are stunned. Watch and listen closely. Moments after you hear Diva bark, a misty figure appears and walks along, even as Alice is captured looking outside and seeing nothing.
My name is Corey.
My name is Alice.
And this is our video. My dog does not bark at just anything. There has to be a person in literally close to the house or a vehicle pulling for her to bark. My wife gets up, opens the door, and looks outside. I look out the window, there's nothing there. There's no person, there's no car beside ours, there's no nothing. So we're like, okay, what's going on here? We're going through the video and we see this thing. I'll call it a thing, I don't know what it is. It comes out of nowhere.
And upon further inspection, it doesn't seem to be alone.
About 15 feet back, there's another little something closer to the ground. What is that little something? Where are the legs? Where are the feet? There's nothing there. It's like it's floating a couple feet above the ground.
I said to him, what is that? It's like it's a ghost or a demon or something because there's no bottom to it.
We see what looks very much like a person across the street, kind of just walking down the sidewalk. It does seem to be translucent. It also seems to be almost cloaked, right? In a way, it almost seems like it has a hood, kind of a flowiness to it, and it almost looks like it's pulling something.
And maybe that something it's pulling is part of what Diva was reacting to.
I think animals have the tendency to sense paranormal phenomena way before we do. They have such a keen sense of sight and sound and smell. And it seems like whatever little entity is following behind what looks like this apparition could have triggered the dog to react, because usually animals react to other animals.
And Corey and Alice's advanced security system adds yet another layer to this mysterious capture.
The thing about our cameras is we have human tracking, so they have infrared and they have thermal. If it detects a thermal heat signature, it will track the person all the way through until it stops. It has a 180-degree radius. You watch the video, the camera itself never moves, so it never detected any human signature.
If you've ever seen motion tracking on security cameras, they kind of pop up like little squares around an individual or a person that's moving. But here we don't see those little squares popping up, and now we're just seeing this ethereal being with this small little other ethereal being in tow behind them.
And though the camera's tech may not have registered a living being, it still captured more than Corey and Alice's human eyes did. So, what exactly is it? And why is it here?
Could this be a residual apparition, a residual phenomenon that we're seeing? Certainly, yeah, it's very possible that this happens to be a walkway, a path at one point that someone long, long ago used to take, and then we're just seeing that kind of replay, and it just happened to be caught on the surveillance camera.
Or Could it possibly be an energetic trail that's much more recent? And from someone who's still of this earth?
It's a common misconception that you have to be dead to provide a residual haunt. Living beings, we're constantly giving off energy. We're leaving bits of ourselves, skin cells, hair follicles, emotional states that get imprinted onto the land and to the items around us. This could just be a residual haunt of someone going through their daily lives, walking a dog, getting some exercise, and that person is probably still very much alive.
Whatever it is, and whenever it's from, it has forever left its mark on Corey and Alice.
Whatever that was that went by there is puzzling. You know, we're Christians, I don't believe in ghosts, but this is something I can't explain. And since then, it's always been in the back of my mind is what's going on here. It's scary sitting there wondering what's going past you that you can't see, that you can't make sense of.
Coming up, what did a man in Australia
We out here hearing weird noises in the forest. What the
capture peeking around a tree?
what the
Of all the potentially paranormal locations on Earth, dark forests are perhaps one of the most terrifying, because they could be home to not only ghosts, but also a slew of supernatural entities and cryptids, ready to stalk and perhaps pounce upon any unsuspecting passers-by. Just ask a man in Australia who went for a walk in the woods and came face to face with this.
What the what the
September 2022, near Sydney, Australia. While exploring a forest with his friends one afternoon, Xavier Hone hears something move past him that he cannot see. And then feels someone blowing on his ear with still nothing there. They leave the forest soon after. But Xavier is intrigued. So he and his girlfriend return to the forest that night. And though they see nothing out of the ordinary at first, just when they're about to leave, they hear noises, which prompts Xavier to pull out his phone and start to record.
We out here hearing weird noises in the forest. What the what the
Did you see it? Watch again in slow motion as something small seems to peek out from the right of a tree. Then, seconds later, a head with two glowing eyes can be seen to the left of it.
what the
My name is Xavier, and this is my video. My girlfriend, she told me just to start filming these weird noises, like sticks crunching in the forest right next to us, like just breaking of twigs and whatever. We heard like weird clicking noises, almost like a bird song. So I just put up my camera, turned the camera to the tree, and I've seen on the screen, not in real life, but on the screen, I've seen two eyes looking back at me, and she saw them as well.
what the
It doesn't look entirely human. When you see the eyes, you can just see the outline of the face. There's no like facial features. And that was just really freaky.
All we see is the shape of a head and two glowing eyes, so we have no idea what kind of body this thing might have that it's hiding behind that tree.
What the what the
Whatever this is, it does appear to be a humanoid shape that's peering around that tree trunk before quickly retreating. And I'm left wondering, is this thing simply curious and observing? Is it trying to be evasive and hide? What the Or is it something more nefarious? Is it actually stalking or hunting the humans?
Hard to say. But just like Australia's varied non-paranormal wildlife, the cryptozoological landscape down under is vast and mysterious, leaving endless possibilities as to what this thing could be.
The Aborigines tell tales of Featherfoot, a race of hairy little people, as well as the Mimi, which was a spirit that taught them how to hunt in ancient times. They used to have physical forms, tall, thin, lanky, very much like what we're seeing here. But as man rose, they lost their physical forms and now only exist as spirit.
What the?
What the? In Australia, you have the Yowie, which is their equivalent to the Bigfoot. Something that's a common occurrence with Bigfoot sightings. People will talk about being whistled at or having what sounds like another human communicating with them, actually even whispering or being next to them like a spirit that you couldn't see.
We got hearing weird noises in the forest.
Terrifying. But at this point, it's anyone's guess.
I think there's a lot of things in our forest all over the world that we don't really know everything that's in it. I still think there are creatures yet to be found. This might be one of them.
We got hearing weird noises in the forest. What the?
What the?
Whatever it is, and whatever its threat level, Xavier is itching to go back and get a better look.
This experience, it really has made me double question the paranormal. Honestly, I would love to go back at night. It is probably a dumb idea, and I would be the first person to die in a horror movie, but it's still pretty cool.
What the?
What the?
Coming up, what is haunting
What?
this 19th century house in California?
It just looked like there was absolutely somebody in that room.
Built in 1898 for William and Mary Nuland and their 10 children, the Nuland house is the oldest home in Huntington Beach, California. It was abandoned in the 1960s and fell into disrepair until the Huntington Beach Historical Society restored the Queen Anne-style Victorian farmhouse to its former glory. Today, it's a museum that's open for tours. And some of the visitors have reason to believe it's haunted after experiencing unusual cold spots, doors opening and closing on their own, and the feeling of being watched.
This is someone's like actual hair from back then. That's just insane to me.
Recently, 2 investigators went there, hoping to capture at least a small glimpse of that haunt, and ended up leaving with so much more than that.
What? It just looked like there was absolutely somebody in that room.
August 9th, 2022, Huntington Beach, California. This is the reportedly haunted Nuland house.
People have always been a little bit creeped out by this house, especially when it was abandoned for so long.
A tour guide named Daryl is walking Mackie Albertson and Amanda Bartlett through it in preparation for their investigation.
So now we're going to the rope.
And after showing them the basic layout of the inside of the house,
Should have to cook for up to 100 people in here. Lots of residual energy, probably.
Daryl takes them to the garden area, outside.
This is the garden.
Oh, this is where he's...
And despite the fact that no one is left in the house, Amanda captures something in the kitchen window.
What? It just looked like there was absolutely somebody in that room.
Watch again. As an unmistakable black shape can be seen retreating from the window.
My name is Mackie.
My name is Amanda.
And this is our video.
It looked as if the curtain was moving. And when we looked back at the footage and really paid attention, not only could you see the curtain move, but you could almost see as if somebody had moved it with their hands and their head was there. So that was pretty shocking.
What? It just looked like there was absolutely somebody in that room.
That curtain moving, that was spooky. Because it looks like it's not just blowing in the breeze, no other part of the curtain is moving. It's getting pulled back, just that bottom corner, literally as someone would do if they were peeking out of that window.
Just moments later, Daryl leaves Mackie and Amanda on their own inside the house. And they quickly get to work in the dining room, offering a steadfast tool for whatever spirits are present to communicate with.
Set down a pink flashlight on that chair right there. Would you be able to turn it on to show me that it's working, please?
And just seconds later,
Using the flashlights in the Nuland house, we were able to receive very accurate answers to the questions that we were asking. It seems like the flashlight is the main source of communication that they prefer. So it's definitely one of our favorite tools.
and from the activity they capture while using it, it's easy to see why.
Are you trying to turn that off?
Can you find the family's names, do you think?
When the light flickers, especially on command, that's a definite sign of intelligence.
Are you trying to turn that off?
Because it's really the call and response and the timing of it all that makes you think that this is something that is really smart.
So, could that really smart something be a member of the Nuland family?
What I find interesting is that after being dilapidated and run down, it has been refurbished and returned to its former glory. And perhaps when you are recreating the lively atmosphere of the home, the dead want to continue to stick around. So with that in mind, I'm wondering, does that draw in the ghosts of the Nuland house's past?
Mackie and Amanda certainly think so.
Goodbye, Nuland family.
Goodbye. No one is allowed to come with us.
And because they've captured some striking evidence of those ghosts, they've returned 6 times since, in hopes of getting even more.
I would say in terms of intelligent and continuous activity, where it just happens every time we go back, Nuland House is one of the top of my list.
Can you find the family's names, do you think?
Coming up, a deceased family member fixes a music box from beyond.
That has not worked!
One of the most common supernatural occurrences that people report is getting a sign from a loved one who has passed on. And though many of these occurrences could be quite subtle and open to interpretation, there are times when the details are so specific And the timing is so appropriate that coincidence is simply not a potential factor. Just ask a young woman in Wisconsin who captured an undeniable sign
Happy New Year's! Happy New
that her late father was right by her side.
That has not worked!
New Year's Eve 2024, Southwest Wisconsin. Savannah McCall has just set up her camera to record as she and her mother get ready to set off their confetti cannons in their home.
All right, 1, 2, 3, straight up. Oh.
And though Savannah's father passed away just over 2 years ago, his presence is about to be felt. Listen very closely.
Woo! Happy New Year's! Happy New Year's! That has not worked!
Watch and listen again, as right after their cannons go off,
Woo! Happy New Year's! Happy New Year's! That has not worked!
a snow globe begins to play. A snow globe that, according to Savannah, is broken.
Hold on! Okay. No, if that's my dad's snow globe, like, we designated that to, like, be my dad.
My name's Savannah, and this is my video.
That has not, I twisted it! That has not worked!
My family usually buys a snow globe during every Christmas season, and we bought it the first year after we lost my dad. And we bought it because my dad always wore like a beanie during the winter, and we joked about how the dog looked very similar to him. And it was broken when we pulled it out for Christmas this year.
That has not worked!
The key, like, in the music box would not churn. And so it made it even more magical because it was, like, unplayable. And so that's really where the magic happened of my dad from the other side showing us that, hey, I'm here with you guys still, so don't worry about me.
Music boxes, like the one in this snow globe, they have to be wound up. And then once they are, they start to play immediately. You don't wind them up and then put them down, and then they just indiscriminately start making music at some later date. So the fact that this all of a sudden starts to play at this very moment is perhaps more than just coincidental.
Happy New Year's! Happy New Year's!
The fact that it was playing "We Wish You a Merry Christmas," which of course includes the line "and a Happy New Year,"
That has not worked!
it did me in. I thought it was so lovely, and it was so clearly meaningful to them.
That snow globe could have went off before. It could have went off the day before. It could have went out while she was trying to pop the thing. But it literally waited for both women to have their moment, for him to say, "I'm here."
Happy New Year's! Happy New Year's!
Now it works perfectly fine. It's like it was never broken.
That has not worked!
My dad was definitely someone who tinkered quite a bit. He was always working on some kind of project, so he would definitely find a way to fix something like this.
That's my dad's snow globe!
And the fact that Savannah happened to capture the moment on camera makes it even more powerful for her and her mom.
every time I watch the video back, I kind of still can't believe that it happened. Woo! Happy New Year's! And I will forever cherish that memory. That has not worked! It will forever be in my heart.
Oh my God.
What should you do in the event you witness something paranormal? Here are some tips to get it all on camera.
That has not worked!
Check your footage for anything unusual. Trust that what you're seeing really is otherworldly. Don't stop recording.
We out here hearing weird noises in the forest.
Even if you're scared.
What the
And if you do catch something,
It just looked like there was absolutely somebody in that room.
email us at submitparanormal@gmail.com. Your footage could be seen right here on Paranormal, Caught on Camera.